Hey, welcome to another episode. So today I was digging through the freezer and actually found that I've still got some deer meat left. So I pulled some out. It's been thawing all day. I'm gonna slice it up. We just quartered it last year. This is actually off of a doe that we had in the deer pens that broke her back, and we just decided to put her into the freezer instead of wasting all the meat. But I'm gonna pull her quarters out. I'll show you how I sliced it up and then talk to you about a couple different recipes that we've been wanting to try this year. Stay tuned. Alright, here's a couple pieces of meat that we've thawed out from a deer. Good looking meat. Looks like this might have been part of a ham roast. Still got a little bit of ice on it from thawing out. I'm not going to do any cutting on this one yet, just checking it, seeing how it looks. We'll trim this fat off right here. This might actually make some nice jerky, so I'm going to set that over in a bowl. Let's get some more.
What if I change the rooster?
Do it if you want. Maybe, I don't know. I was talking earlier. Try to edit some sound out. Yeah. In my opinion, these front quarters are always the harder ones to deal with. You don't say, Hunter. Apparently Hunter's got his opinion too. Now this meat is still a little frozen, but that's okay. It's going to be jerky meat anyways. Nice piece of meat. All right. So what we're going to deal with is going to be this meat based on what I have available. This will all get turned into jerky. When we got into the leg quarters, you were seeing it just, it was so tore up that there wasn't much to salvage. Alright, so what I'm going to do is use this little knife to kind of try to clean up some of this fattiness here that we do not want, because that will give your jerky really tough, gamey taste, and you definitely don't want that. Some people like the gaminess, some people don't. I personally prefer to cut this out because it tastes better. This also can make your jerky very chewy. So just kind of take your time, remove it. The knife's starting to get dull. Definitely helps to have a good sharp knife, as you can see. I've got a scrap bucket down on the floor I'm putting stuff in case you're wondering where that stuff's going as I'm cutting it off. Wait a second here, I'm going to sharpen this. Much better. See, helps to have a good sharp knife. Just a couple of seconds to sharpen it and it's right through that so much better. A little bit more precise. There we go, there we go. This is what's called how the meat pulls. I mean, it's going to pull in a way that works out best. That's actually kind of a good slice right there for jerky. Maybe a little thick, but it's okay, it'll get eaten. Alright. Alright, see how that just peels back? That's what you want. You want it where it's super simple to peel. I know a lot of people already have their ways that they cut their meat and all that. That's great. There's also a lot of people out there that do not process their own animals. You know, that's to each their own, basically. Just know if you don't process your own game, you can't get this level of care. Yep. Because you're not going to be the one doing it. It's going to be someone at slaughterhouse or whatever that's going to do it, and they're going to do it in a way that's efficient for them so they can move a lot of animals. There we go. Tear that away. There's a little bit more there we need to try to remove. Just like that. Right. Getting closer. And yes, this is very time consuming, so do it when you don't have anything to do. Maybe at night, after work or something. Cold day when you're not going to be hunting, you know, whatever. Season's over for you. Doesn't matter at that point, right? Okay. Almost there. There we go. That is a good piece of meat. over there. All right. Getting in there, aren't we? Go. And since you're doing this for jerky, I mean, go ahead and take the time to butterfly it a little bit if it's a thicker piece. Just like that. See? It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Let's cut that out. You don't want that in there, definitely. Hard fat like that just can ruin a batch of jerky in no time. Right. So. Right. Now, a couple ways you can do a piece of meat like this for jerky. You can come over here, slice it out where it's nice and long piece. Come and cut shorter pieces like that all the way down. I think I'm gonna kind of butterfly it out. There we go. Cut and roll it. There we go. This piece down here is a little thick. Let's cut it. There we go. Now when that dries down, it'll shrink down. And then that'll be one big piece of jerky, and you can cut that up however you want. It's wonderful. Alright. And notice how fast this goes. I mean, like I said, it is time consuming, but you get kind of a rhythm down, know how you kind of want to go. What slows you down is really your trimming parts. But that's why I like to do it the way I'm doing it, where not only do you trim it, but you're cutting out your jerky meat at the same time. Okay? So, there you go. Now, all that, no good. Get rid of it. Got this nice piece here. Flip it and trim. I'll lay that off. Alright, so that's how we would do this piece. Be careful of your fingers, of course. Don't want to go to the hospital because you were accidentally cut your finger off making jerky. It'd be a good laugh for the hospital staff. But these funky pieces like this that come out, and you will have funky pieces like this, just you make them work how you make them work. I mean, it's going to be jerky, so it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be pretty. Just cut that right there out. Right, these little pieces, they're little, but they will make good jerky. This is kind of thick, okay? So, there we go. Nice, laid out. Just like that. All right, that's beautiful. All right. There we go. And take your jerky as you do, you know. Got a couple pieces over here we got to fillet up a little bit, but get them laid out. That'll work. About ready for them. Getting closer, people. See, we're leaving that connective stuff there. Cutting around it. That's chunk of meat. Alright. And it's kind of filleted down. Like that. Look at that. Just beautiful. It's a little thick. Let's butterfly it down. There we go. Now I'm not as consistent with my thickness like some people are, but I like my jerky having different thicknesses. It's just me. Just make sure you don't get it too thick, and if you do get these thicker pieces, you can always come back, butterfly them out a little bit like that. That's all connected. Alright, so now we've got a bowl full of meat for jerky. Oh, I'm gonna hit pause. We're gonna clean this up a little bit, and then we'll get it going.